So I know I've been talking about it a lot, and I think I am going to start doing vlogs. I've been mentioning it on stream, and I'd just like to start doing vlogs or some kind of less formal video to get myself used to making videos more often and try to become less afraid of the process overall. I know it probably seems silly to most people, especially if you are used to making videos, but for somebody who's not, I'm used to streaming and just kind of saying whatever comes to mind. So whenever I make a scripted video, I get really caught up in making sure everything is as perfect as it possibly can be, and sometimes perfect is a goal that I just can't reach in the end. So a lot of stuff just doesn't get made, It ends up with me being very afraid of investing time into a video idea that might just not happen in the end. But with vlogs, I can kind of just be a little bit more informal and cover my general thoughts, for that period of time. I doubt it'll be daily for sure. Like I can't see myself, doing it that often. But however often it ends up being, I might just slightly go over whatever stories I ended up hearing, whether that's stuff about, like VTuber community things, games I've been playing recently, anything like that. Which, kind of brings me to my topic for this one. I kind of found it hard to talk about anything else, even though I'm really tired about hearing of it myself. I think everybody else is too, because it's all anybody's been talking about for the past week. It's kind of an elephant in the room. I'm talking about the sub situation, of course. I'd like to approach this from a different angle, though, because for some reason this issue became the center of a massive nexus of moral grandstanding on the internet, and for the life of me, I just can't understand why. If you've missed the debates, essentially a lot of people were insisting that if you were not sad enough about the deaths of the 5 passengers, you were somehow morally bad or impure. You were being classist, you were being discriminatory, and actually you were the oppressor here. I'm not joking. I've seen all these lines of discussion over the past week. And goodness, if you joked about the situation, you were morally irredeemable in the eyes of this crowd. All I can say is, every day, thousands of people die due to lack of access to clean water, food, and shelter. Entirely preventable problems. Problems our society could address if only people were willing to find the funding to do so. On a nearly weekly basis, there are articles about mass numbers of refugees seeking a better life who one way or another meet an unfortunate end. I also live in the USA, so there are mass shooting events on a regular basis. And ultimately, I only have so much energy and so much space within my mind. So my empathy is going to go to all those multitudes of people whose society is failing to take care of. People's society is failing to protect and uplift. People the media seemingly never tries to get you to care about. Because the media isn't funded by poor people or refugees. Media is funded by millionaires and billionaires. So when something, anything, happens to one of the moneyed few, media dance around them with cameras and news crews, so they keep getting funding. Now, whether I or anyone personally cares about the few folks the media focuses on, that doesn't ultimately influence the situation those people are in. And when it comes to the preventable problems I listed above, while I can't do anything individually about those, I can communicate, and I can get other people thinking about those problems, and together, we can encourage those around us to uplift the people who need it most. We can, through mutual aid and through organization, create the support network that folks will need in the coming days, weeks, and months. And depending on what someone's individually capable of doing, that might just mean sharing the ideas and trying to persuade people that it's okay to want to help someone that society labels poor. Or it might mean donating time or resources to a local food bank or something further that only you can imagine. All that to say, I care about and weep for the people I feel society could have helped save in a massive and systemic way, rather than weeping for the few special cases chosen per news week by a profit-driven news media. And alongside that, much of my concern at the moment is for the groups the media appears to be othering, since a lot of random acts of violence get drummed up towards marginalized people every time the media does this. And I'm sure you've seen all the focus on anti-LGBTQ plus topics in news, both on TV and online in recent weeks. Not even begin to address the chilling fear that I personally feel that something might medically go wrong with me and the state I live in will not allow me to get the treatment I may need to survive. All that to say, once more, that there are just far more pressing concerns for people. I'm not unique in that feeling, and it's really offensive to be in such a dire situation and have people tell you, people that don't know you, tell you that you're a bad person because you refuse to drop every other concern in your life and treat this specific incident like it's the most important thing. This can be brought back around to VTubing because a very prominent aquatic personality made a joke on Twitter, and possibly, I can't confirm it because I'm not going to watch a 7-hour VOD to check for a 5-minute joke skit, but possibly streamed some joking about the situation as well. And people flipped their entire plate of biscuits. How dare you? And why are you disrespecting the dead? Among many other moral judgments flew back and forth, insisting that it's insensitive and callous, toxic even. Calls of hypocrisy were heard from pretty much every direction, and a lot of questions were asked about why people chose this, but not other issues to speak up about. A lot of discussion that I've done my best to avoid. I'm trying to stay out of Twitter crap fights. I hope you understand. Ultimately, the people judging our morals are going to move on to whatever fresh new story the media focuses on next week. And the pressing concerns that we've had that have kept us from devoting our full empathy to their headliner will still probably be here with us. I guess that's all the thoughts I have about it. I hope this vlog comes out good and that I don't have to edit it too much. As a random aside, I've been hanging out on Gaia Online these days. It's nostalgic, because I had accounts there over a decade ago, and while it's really on its last legs, I've still had some fun dressing up my avatar and silly posting around the forums. Hope to see some new faces around in stream chat. Remember, you're always welcome as long as you're willing to be friendly. And if you'd like to find more content from me, check out the rest of my YouTube channel, or click on my card link in the description. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Bye.